everybody, Cinema Sickness here again to talk to you about what I bought when I watched today. And today, got a lot of great stuff from the WBshop.com, so let's take a look at what I got. So like I said, everything I received today came from the WBshop.com. As I mentioned a few weeks ago, WBshop.com actually had a lot of prices drop dirt cheap. I'm not sure whether it was a mistake, there was some kind of pricing error, or perhaps they just dropped a lot of really good titles for really cheap. I'm not sure, but regardless, there was a lot of good deals to be had, and I took advantage of pretty much all of them. Everything I ordered came except for 3 titles, and those actually showed up today. And the first title was Hung, the complete second season. Got this for $4.39. An amazing deal, especially for the Blu-ray. Now, I do have the first season. I did get that last week, again, from the WBshop.com. Haven't watched either season yet, but I cannot wait to check this series out because I've heard fantastic things. The next title I ordered, I also grabbed for only $4.39, and that was the complete first season of How to Make It in America. This year also being the Blu-ray release. Now, this series here is a complete blind buy. Until I ordered it, I had never even heard of this series. Hung, again, I'd heard really good things about, but this series here, a complete mystery. But it does get fantastic reviews, and for only $4.39, I had to pick it up. And finally, the last title I got from WBshop.com, once again for only $4.39, was the complete first season of Trem or Tremi, or I gotta be honest, this here is a series that I have heard of and have heard really good things about, but I have never had the slightest clue how you pronounce the name of this series. I see this in stores all the time, but I am completely lost as to how you pronounce it. It's not a series I've ever actually seen. It's not a series I've really heard people talk about. I've just read really good reviews on it. So again, the pronunciation of this series is just a complete mystery to me. If you could help me figure out how to pronounce it, I would be forever in your debt. I would love to know. I'm pretty sure it's French though, because this does take place in New Orleans, so I'm assuming the title is a French word, but hey, I don't speak French, so I have no idea how you pronounce it. But like I said, I have read really good reviews on this series, and for $4.39, I definitely had to get it, and I cannot wait to check it out. So that's it for what I bought today, so now it's what I watched. And today I finished up checking out the complete third season of Cheers. And as I mentioned, I am working my way through the entire series, and I love what I've seen thus far. This show is extremely funny, very well written, has amazing characters. I love all the stories within stories, just a great sitcom. And season 3 was just as fantastic. Of course, we're still left off not quite knowing what's going on with Sam and Diane. Diane is now dating Frasier, and things seem to be going pretty well. They seem to be in love, but it's pretty obvious that they still have some feelings for each other. And throughout this entire season, we kind of get little hints that they might still have feelings for each other, and something might come out of that. The cliffhanger for this one actually I found very interesting. I thought that what was going to happen was Sam was actually going to make it to, I believe they were in Italy. It was actually Diane and Frasier were on vacation, and they were going to get married. Sam's going to stop him, and I thought he was probably going to get away with it, but we actually get left off on a cliffhanger where Sam is on a plane getting ready to stop them. But I love how they end it where the stewardess is actually flirting with him, and he's flirting back, and it's kind of messing with him. You know, is he going to be able to actually really be with Diane and not be with anybody else? He's such a playboy. He loves women so much. Can he actually stop this wedding and settle down with Diane, or is he just going to be the playboy he is? Is he meant to settle down? Can he ever actually settle down? Love the way they end that. Now, unfortunately, in this season here, Coach does pass away. His name is Nicholas Colasanto, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. That's the actual actor who plays Coach. He actually, in real life, had a heart condition, and through this season, things started to go bad. It started to act up. And he actually did pass away. He only is about half of this season. They try to explain him being away, seeing his sister and getting his car fixed and getting his license, and really ridiculous reasons that he's gone. But it's kind of sad because the whole time in the back of my head, I know that he's dying. While they're recording this, he's not doing well. He's passing away, and he eventually does again pass away during this season, which they don't actually talk about. There is, I believe, 2 episodes towards the end where he shows up, so obviously they were shot out of order as to how they were actually shown. But yes, it is definitely unfortunate that Coach does pass away, because Coach was my favorite character of this entire series. He's just so funny. The stuff that comes out of his mouth is just ridiculous. I think I already used this analogy before, but he's the Homer Simpson of this show. Just the ridiculous clown who just says just some of the most ridiculous things, but also has a lot of heart. He's a very just great, caring man, but a little psychotic all at the same time. He's definitely going a bit nuts. He's pretty much lost it, but I absolutely love his character, and he very much was missed during this season. I wish he was there the whole time, but like I said, unfortunately, he passed away. So, as I mentioned, this does end on a cliffhanger with Sam going to stop Diane from getting married to Frasier, and I am working my way through season 4 right now, so I won't spoil what happens, but guess we'll just have to wait and see. But again, another fantastic season of Cheers. If you have not seen this great sitcom, I recommend checking it out. But I also watched a movie today as well, and that was The Devil Wears Prada. Now, the reason why I picked this one up over the summer and why I'm finally getting around to checking it out is because I knew this was a chick flick, and I have nothing wrong with chick flicks. I have plenty of them within my collection. If a movie's good, it's good. I don't care if it's meant for men or for women. A good movie is a good movie. But it just looked like a film that I had really no interest in, but over the years I started hearing more and more about guys being into this film, and it started to get me interested because I knew women loved this movie, and now I'm hearing guys like it as well. So I figured for the dollar I paid for this summer, I'd pick it up. And today I'm finally getting around to checking it out, and mediocre. It was an okay movie. It was alright. I didn't have anything wrong with it. It kept me entertained the entire time. But in the end, I didn't think it was anything special. I just thought it was okay. Not really sure what all the hubbub is about. I don't know why there's so much fuss over this movie. Even when I posted that I was watching it on places like Instagram and on Facebook, everybody was saying, "Oh, I love that movie. It's so great." I just thought it was okay. I don't know if I'm missing something, or maybe it's just the fact that Meryl Streep throughout this whole movie is a complete bitch. She is just the meanest person. As it says, the devil wears Prada. She is definitely the devil. Just a horrible, mean boss. And I've been lucky enough throughout my life to have really nice bosses, but in that, I've also never took any gruff from that. If my boss says something stupid or just is being a dick, I'm going to call him out on it. I don't care that he's my boss. Just because somebody's your boss doesn't mean they're not a human being, and doesn't mean they shouldn't treat you right. And I can't tell you how many times I've been working for my boss now for 10 years. I've had this job now that I'm working, and my boss and I, we argue all the time. If I have something to say, I'm going to say it. I'm not going to just be quiet and let him say whatever he has to say because he's my boss. No. If he's being a dick, I'm going to call him out on it. And, I respect the guy, and he respects me, and we're friends, but, still, I just don't take that kind of stuff from anybody. It's ridiculous. I don't think anybody should. So watching Anne Hathaway take this from Meryl Streep through the entire movie, I'm just thinking, say something. Stop. I know this is your dream job, but fuck it. She needs a slap in the face. You need to tell her off. And she just doesn't do it. And at the end, she kind of does. She doesn't actually tell her off, but she just leaves the job. But still, I think, even though it was, even though it kind of was a slap in the face to Meryl Streep, I still would wish she would have just said something like, "You are a bitch. Calm the fuck down. Stop being such an ass to everybody. You don't need to be that way." I just really wish she would have said that. So maybe that was part of the problem I have with the movie, is the fact that I just thought, she shouldn't be taking this from Meryl Streep. She should say something. I would. Why doesn't she? But like I said, the story was just mediocre. The acting was decent enough. It was just an okay film. I don't really have much more to say about it than that. Just mediocre, but not bad. Like, as I said, it did entertain me. It was enjoyable. It was an okay movie, but certainly nothing special. I wouldn't say that it deserves all the hype and praise it gets, because it's just not as good as everybody's making it out to be. There are many other chick flicks in my collection that I think are way better than this. Things like Maid of Honor. That was a great, very funny movie. I really enjoyed it. The Notebook. There's another great one as well. Just really good, again, chick flicks that are just 100 times better than this movie and deserve a lot more praise than The Devil Wears Prada. But regardless, a decent movie. I'm not necessarily going to recommend it to everybody. If you've been thinking about seeing it, if it's something you wanted to check out, I would say, sure, see it, maybe give it a rent or something, because it was enjoyable. Like, again, as I said, it kept me entertained, but just mediocre. So that's it for what I bought when I watched today. Very excited about finally getting the last 3 titles I ordered from the WBshop.com. Got some great deals there. Each of those Blu-ray seasons for only $4.39 a piece. Just a fantastic deal. Also watching the complete 3rd season of Cheers. Loved it. It's a fantastic sitcom. Very, very funny. Love the cliffhanger. Though unfortunately, like I said, Coach has passed away, so he was sorely missed during the season. And it's going to be very depressing watching the last, however many more seasons are there. There's a lot without him. It's definitely going to be a shame. But regardless, it still is a great, great show that I would definitely recommend. And finally, checking out The Devil Wears Prada. Just mediocre. The movie gets so much hype and so much praise. I don't think it deserves it. It's a okay movie. Again, I don't have anything wrong with it. It was all right, but that's just it. It was just all right. It was mediocre, nothing special, just an average movie that, sure, kept me entertained, was enjoyable, but in the end, just, again, mediocre. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to see what I bought when I watch tomorrow. See ya.